Let's talk about relationship goals real quick, y'all. Y'all have seen that hashtag on social media, relationship goals. Okay. It's a whole genre out here. All right. People like to pay attention to these goddamn celebrity couples and they view them as something to aspire to. Okay. But it seems like we just don't get it. That the thing to aspire to is not them. The thing to aspire to is simply sticking together. However that works for you. Because when you make it about them, I hope you're paying attention to the fact these motherfuckers keep breaking up left and right. And one of the latest cases of this is Deion Sanders and Tracey Edmonds. Okay. So let's talk about this real quick in a real way, okay? Let's talk about this. But before we do, I need you to hit that subscribe button, okay? I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and put all of your people on it, okay? But yes, y'all know that Prime and Tracey Edmonds just announced that they were splitting up. It's been a rash of celebrity breakups, okay? And I look at this and I look at this genre of relationship goals, or you got some YouTube couples make whole channels dedicated to people just following their love story and all that kind of shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Folks out here getting money out of people just watching them do the same shit that they do. Like, what are we doing? And folks like, oh, I want to love like this. I want to be like them. I want to be okay. If you want to be like them in terms of those that work. But you got motherfuckers in your neighborhood that work. You got somebody in your church who works. You got somebody that teaches at your school that been married 30 years. And you ain't trying to pick their brain and say, how did it work out? How did you make it? Instead, you look to Deion Sanders and Tracey Edmonds. You look to Steve Harvey and his wife. You look to Will and Jada. You look to all these celebrity couples, man. But that ain't the move. Because you ain't getting the full backstory on these motherfuckers, man. Look at Prime and Tracey Edmonds, for instance. We've seen just in the public eye, seems like neither one of them can keep no relationship. Just from what we've seen in the public. I don't know what has been the goings on in each situation. But for both of them, we've at least seen 3 instances on both sides where they can't goddamn keep their shit together. For Prime, we've seen him with his first wife, who he said with the FAMU, I guess. We've seen him with the second wife, the one that most people know about, Pilar Sanders. I think most people don't even remember the first wife, but most people know about Pilar Sanders. Okay. Ugly divorce. And of course, now everybody sees Tracey Edmonds. With her, of course, we know about Babyface. Still got his last name. One of the greatest R&B singers of all time, and undoubtedly one of the greatest writers, songwriters in any fucking genre ever. Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. Okay. That motherfucker writes songs so well that if he's anything like he portrays in the songs, you wonder how in the hell did y'all work? Because this motherfucker writes songs that say shit like, I only think of you on 2 occasions. That's day and night. Woo! That's some fire shit. But that's entertainment. Maybe he really is like that and she was fucked up. Or maybe he really wasn't like that. I don't know. But they didn't work. We've seen Miss Tracey Edmonds be with Eddie Murphy. I consider him the comedy GOAT. Don't judge him by Coming to America. Come to America Part 2. Don't judge him by that. Okay? Don't judge him by some of the new shit he puts out. Okay? I haven't seen Candyland or whatever the new that new thing is, but Go back and look at some 1980s Eddie Murphy. Go back and watch Coming to America, the original. Watch Harlem Nights. Watch Beverly Hills Cop. Okay. Go back and watch goddamn Delirious, his stand-up special. Go watch Eddie Murphy Raw. Okay. You'll see what I'm talking about. This motherfucker is historic. The hell, they didn't work out. From what I understand, shit, they were married, what, 2 weeks after a magnificent wedding. Didn't work. Now her and Prime didn't work. The goal is to work, y'all. And for a marriage or a relationship to work, takes hard work. This shit is hard. This shit is hard. And I'm saying this as somebody who has a very interesting love story. My little boo thing. My wife has been the lady in my life since 1996, sixth grade. I was sitting in the back of the classroom with my partner. I call him Flo. And we back there. I see her walk through the door. She go sit down. I tell Flo, I need to go sit behind her. I wanted her on first sight. She claims she had seen me a year earlier because her brother had come to the school before she did. She claims she had told her brother, asked her brother who I was. Somebody ended up hooking us up. You know how little kids do. Somebody ended up hooking us up. The rest is history. And we've been through some shit. We've been through some shit. But we've made it. You feel me? Now, I would say what we've accomplished is a goal. Being able to make it, being able to stick together, keep retain our bond all these years. That's damn near 30 years. Like when this shit get to 2026, that'll be 30 years. Now we've been married since 2008. So it's been 15 years this year of marriage alone. That shit's hard. But the way we've made it might not work for you. So even though I want you to respect me, respect my wife, I would like if you admired us. That you know, who wouldn't want to be admired? You feel me? But I don't want you to think, I don't want you to look at me in any regard and put me up on some pedestal that you feel like you can't reach. What I do here is for you to help you feel better about you and to help you become a better person. You feel me? Again, IG Entertainment's goal is to entertain, educate, and inspire. I know I got to entertain you. That's the hook. That's how I get you here. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Okay, I want to make you happy. But along the way, I'm hoping to educate you and inspire you. I want to make you feel good about yourself. I'll get what I deserve out of it. God willing, I pray that God is with me and helps me and blesses me and protects me. And I feel like if I do what's right by y'all, that God would do that. You feel me? So I don't want you to look at me and say, man, they've been together so long. And I know what's gonna happen as my influence increases, as my money increases, stuff like that, and folks get to hearing about my love story, folks gonna be saying we relationship goals. I'm telling you though, the goal is to stay together. What works for me might not work for you. You feel me? A relationship is a contract. Okay. And the contract that I'm negotiating in terms of who gonna do what, dividing up the labor, dividing up the responsibilities, what I want, what's in my list of things that I gotta have that to feel comfortable in my relationship. What my wife wants and what she got to have to feel comfortable in a relationship might be different from the things that you want, might be different from the things you feel like you gotta have. You feel me? So that's why I say, and I say it again, don't just be looking at a motherfucker like Deion Sanders and Tracey Edmonds. Don't just be looking at goddamn Steve Harvey and listening to what that motherfucker said. That motherfucker on his third marriage. I'm trying to tell you what to do. You feel me? All we can do is say what we've been through in our situation. Now, if you got a very similar situation, that makes sense. Okay. But people are different. Relationships are different. Marriages are different. Okay. And you got to talk to your little boo thing. You got to talk to your man, and y'all got to figure out what the fuck works for you. Okay. Especially if you got kids involved. Now, Tracey Edmonds and Prime, no, we got no kids involved, but like Tracey Edmonds and Babyface got some kids involved. Prime and Pilar Sanders and the other wife got some kids involved. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, you so enough got to make this shit work for them. You feel me? I come from a household. My parents got divorced. Pops wasn't in my life. My little boo thing come from a household with divorce. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. Okay? So do what you gotta do. Communicate with the motherfucker you love. Communicate. You got a problem, tell them about your goddamn problem. If they don't try to rectify that problem, then y'all might need to move around. But try to communicate. Try to renegotiate if you need to. Yeah, hell, my relationship, my little boo thing's been renegotiated numerous times over all these years. Okay, because circumstances change. Okay, just think about my life. Just over the 15 years that I've been married. When I got married, I couldn't get a job. My wife was employed. I couldn't get a job coming off being a motherfucker who got attacked by the police and defended myself, but then the police accused me of starting the fight. So when I went into these HR departments with these white folk, trying to get a job in the field of psychology, which I had graduated #1 in my motherfucking class, still couldn't get hired. Why? Because them motherfuckers viewing, oh, he hit the police, and they view the police totally different than black folk do. So I couldn't get a job. The woman still married me. She was employed. So of course we had a different setup then. Thankfully, not too long. Thankfully, it didn't take too long. We got married in June. I was employed by August. Okay. So thankfully, it didn't take too long for me to find some. Okay. I went in and became a teacher. The rest is history. Okay. I became what I feel. I became one of the GOATs. But with that comes a lot of work. A lot of work. So got to renegotiate that bitch. Renegotiate your contract. Our son, my wife had a, not my wife, we had a miscarriage. That shit still sticks with me. So when we got pregnant with my son, I told my little boo thing, no, you ain't gonna make it work. I'm gonna make sure we get this one here. Gotta renegotiate. Situation change, gotta renegotiate the contract. Once we found out he had autism, gotta renegotiate. Or even before that, we found out we were having a second child, gotta renegotiate the contract. Now then, when we found out he got autism, you know what I'm saying? Like, situate life is a motherfucker, dog. Fast forward to now. I've left the classroom as a teacher, but I'm a businessman. Again, renegotiate the contract. Situation change. Life circumstances change. But again, what works for us might not work for you. So I want you to focus on you, focus on the person you love, and try to make that bitch work. You feel me? Because these goddamn celebrities ain't the goal. Me and my woman ain't the goal. Stand with the person you love is the goal. And I wish y'all luck. Put it on some.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.